The Swedes did an amazing thing. They got rid of all the paper books, physical books, and they gave out tablets to all the kids. And they noticed that their learning just plummeted.
Yep.
They got rid of all the tablets and brought back the books. And that's a money thing, right? It's expensive to have printed books and to have, turn in the books at the end of the year and have to deal with the logistics, the storage of the books, the cost of the books, having to buy the new edition. It's always cheaper to just get the ebook or the PDF. But I think we need to, as a society, not forget the value. I think there's value in two things that I feel very strongly about. And the first one is physical books. I don't like having to read anything enjoyable on my computer screen or my phone or tablet. I still like to read books for this reason. Okay, it's different feel. It puts my mind into a more contemplative, more peaceful, deeper thinking mode. But the second thing that I think we've missed the point on is this idea that we're going to keep our kids busy, that having them be busy is good for their development.
Right.
Okay. When in fact, and Vaney was the one who pointed this out to me. It's like the kids need to be bored.
Wow.
Because when there's boredom is when they have to learn to be creative. They have to learn how to find ways to occupy themselves. But here's one of the challenges of boredom. Their go-to is going to be what?
Oh, screens.
Yeah, screens, right? So if you don't get them into the point where they're curious and able to fill the boredom with useful things when they're young, if you wait too long, their go-to is going to be a video game or scrolling YouTube stuff, and because it was easier for us. We didn't have those incredible distractions to occupy our time. We ran around with sticks and pretended we were soldiers in the Middle Ages or something. I mean, we did all kinds of crazy stuff, and now we don't even. We would get out there. I remember the neighbors had a crabapple tree. Man, we did more stuff with those crab apples. We didn't have a baseball. Well, we'll just use the crab apples and get a stick and literally start whacking crab apples with the stick. And now, I need to have this special Willie Mays bat, and the expensive glove, and I can't just throw a baseball. I got to have the uniform, got to have the special shoes. Come on, whatever happened to just playing pickup ball?
Right.
And and that's where this focus on organized sports bothers me, is that everything has to be planned, a schedule, requires money, requires organization. And so it's a combination of kids can no longer play in the neighborhood with other kids. That's part of it. And part of it is that the expectation is that we're all going to be trying out for the Major League Baseball team. Right. So we better get in the groove now, right?
Yeah.
So I know I just kind of wandered over a whole bunch of topics.
No, but you did bring up Bruno's here too.
Yeah.
You brought up, being bored, some of that's creativity, right? So, my college students, I were talking about this at the end of the semester, when students are young in general and also in schools, whatever type of schooling they're in, creativity is there, right? We color, we draw, we play music,
we daydream,
we dance, we do stuff. And then what happens is the schools really take away the desire for people to be creative.
Right.
So even when I got my doctorate, I told them this story. I got my doctorate and I had he was an adjunct, and we had a choice to do something creative or to write like a 12-page paper or whatever it was. And I mean, all you really do is write paper. So I was like, well, I'm going to do the creative thing. So it was about a book on leadership. It was the 4 different lenses to look at something. And so I did a drawing, and I'm not an artist, but I'm like, I'm just not going to write a paper, but I did a drawing, and actually one of my high school students helped me, and I painted this drawing, and then I had to explain the 4 different frames through this drawing. Right. And I mean, honestly, when you're getting a doctorate, for the most part, unless things are really crazy, you're getting an A or a B in the class, as long as you're doing the work, right? So it was a low risk thing to do. However, What was interesting is very few people in this course chose to do anything creative. They were happy to write yet another 12-page paper because they didn't want to go out of their comfort zone, right?
Exactly.
But the funny thing is I learned more doing that because it had me synthesize the stuff in the book and translate it to like, well, what would represent like these different lenses? It was awesome. I mean, I don't have it anymore. I threw it out. I wish I would have kept it. But the point is we really suck creativity out of people as they get older.